Hola. It's going to be in Spanish or in English? Or a
Los
combination
dos,
of both?
porque creo que hace más fácil para hablar en inglés, pero empezamos con el español.
Okay. So, estamos aquí con Jorge, con George Unda. He's a very popular person in Los Angeles. He has, he's very smart also. And he's very good looking also.
All lies.
Yes. And he has a big chorizo. Yeah, he's known for that also.
No, okay, anyways.
Well, today's topic it's about the pressures of being gay, right?
Yes.
Yes. So I have seen that many people, heterosexual, have their life already set up. There is like a manual. Marry, have children, take them to the escuela, whatever. No,
Yeah.
but gays, they don't have a manual of how to live. They just are here. So, telling me what you were telling me a little bit ago.
Well, so we were talking about how we structure our values in terms of being gay versus compared to what is hetero life. So there's a thing called heteronormative, which is trying to adapt to the hetero lifestyle, just the values, the morals, the ethics, everything. And I think one of the big problems that we have as gay people is the fact that we come into this world already assuming that part of the culture. And the fact that we are gay already disqualifies all that stuff. We kind of have to create our own value structure, because if we don't, then we're just going to be trying to fit into a lifestyle that not necessarily isn't exactly like who we are. So lots of times, even though we come out of the closet, we're gay, we live a certain lifestyle, deep down we have all these feelings of guilt, of remorse, of a misunderstanding of yourself, of the people in your community. You tend to judge more because you have this idea of what's right, but yet it's not really realistic. In most cases, I don't think it's realistic for straight people either. So I think one of the most important things about being gay is admitting that you're different and then recreating something for yourself that is more appropriate. So trying not to vilify the kind of things that you do. Instead, try to rationalize it as something positive. Depending on what it is, of course. I mean, you don't want to do anything extreme, but if you realize that something isn't working for you, but it's working for the rest of the quote-unquote society, straight society, then follow your heart, And ultimately what's going to happen is people are going to judge you, because everyone's going to try to be fitting into that certain lifestyle. The moment that you don't, people are going to see you and they're going to think, you're something from what people should be doing. And eventually, there's going to be a lot of negative opinion about you. But if you stay true to your convictions and your values, and if people see how honest you are and how genuine you are and how you're not hurting anybody, eventually they're going to see you. They're going to think, you know what, that's not so bad. And not everybody, but some people will come around and they will actually start listening to you and start realizing there is more to life than having to fit into the lifestyle that everyone's been trying to aspire to. And then they start realizing that's not necessarily the best thing either,
Yeah, and
So-
that could make us a better community, right?
Yes. Well, just the building blocks to building honesty with people. Honesty builds empathy. Empathy builds understanding. And it builds new social structures that are more congruent to what you're all about.
Yeah. And how do you see this whole situation where people feel that they are rich, that they have, or they long to have a nice car, or they start to lie about it?
Well, I don't know if that necessarily plays into heteronormative. I think that might have more to do with the social economic structure of wherever you live. So let's use Mexico City, for instance.
Yeah.
There's a lot of competition here. It's probably incredibly more distinct culturally than it is throughout the rest of the country. And anything you compare to are in other countries, like in Europe or United States. So there's always that point of comparison where they have to compete. Maybe it's not physical, maybe it's in your head. But the fact that that culture builds up, in your head you have to compete because everyone else is saying, oh, I have this, I have that. And, we don't realize that we're doing it, but suddenly we're playing the game too.
Yeah.
So it's your choice. Once again, you have to be a little self-aware and say, do I want to play that game? Is it worth it?
Yeah.
And if it is, if you can get away with it, great. The whole idea of having to lie about your
Income.
lifestyle, your income, just says more about the frustration you have with your situation than it says about your person. And we shouldn't judge people that do it, but I definitely think it would be great if people didn't have to. Yeah.
Well, and that's the very smart opinion of George Unda. And watch him at the where the Bears are serious.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I have seen the whole series, and I have laughed ¿cómo se dice? My way.
Your ass off.
I have laughed my ass off.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's a very nice person. He's beautiful. He's humble. He's nice. And has a big chorizo also.
Oh, yeah.
On top of that, he has a big chorizo.
Well.
Usually, the size of the chorizo is, ¿cómo se dice? Proporcional, inversamente.
El cerebro.
Yeah.
Man.
But in this case, I think it's a big heart and a big dick.
We're in a restaurant, right? Look at yours right now.
No, but they don't
know what we're talking about.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to do a little promo. I think our season 4 is going to be coming out in August, so if you guys want to check it out, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, please check them out and donate money so these guys can keep making more and more stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Little beso. Otro.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.